Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in, climb on in. I know my last live that was actually taken down uh that I did Tuesday was very, very muffled. So before we go live today, I actually want to make sure that y'all can hear me well. It's not muffled. Y'all can see me good. And my audio is A1. So y'all climb on in, climb on in. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me and all of that good stuff. And we're going to get everything started. Matter of fact, let me check on my own on social media. Let's see how that's going over here. Peace, peace, family. Y'all see what we talking about? We are being forced to be self-sustaining, y'all. It's a beautiful thing. It's a very, very, very beautiful thing that the Creator is doing right now. The Creator is forcing us back to mama. The Creator is forcing us back to the earth, back to nature. The Creator is forcing us back to unify and, to be reunited with one another. The Creator is forcing us back to be self-dependent. The Creator is forcing us back to eat correctly, forcing us back to breastfeeding, forcing us back to permaculture, agriculture. I mean, it's an amazing thing, for those that haven't learned any of these unique, skills by our ancient ancestors. Y'all probably all crazy right now and running around like chickens with y'all head cut off. But that's the reason why the Creator is also raising up healers in these last hours. A healer such as myself that know about agriculture, farming, that know about how to heal with natural herbs, that can give you a formula for breast milk if you're not producing your own colostrum and producing your own breast milk, that know how to do things like save food, doomsday prepping, shoot combat training, all of the things that we got away from that we were doing as an everyday practice in our ancient culture is now coming back, and we're being forced to get back into these things because the matrix is broken and the system is straight failing right now. The matrix, it's so many glitches in the matrix right now. It is crazy. Everything is being recalled. This war got all types of materials being held in the middle of the sea. COVID-19 caused a lot of shortages on foods, on formulas. Bacteria overgrowth is crazy because the air is acidic. Everything is acidic around us. And y'all know that, the Creator created bacteria to neutralize acids. So we seeing bacteria overgrowth in the food supply. And what about the shortages of H2O? But everybody say, Yaki, you crazy for teaching people not to drink H2O, but even H2O. It's a shortage on water. Y'all want to show y'all the articles. And it's gonna make you grow your own fruit trees. It's gonna make you drink your fruits where your H3O2 constituents is truly at. I mean, once we see the times that we in and the times we're heading to, the matrix is failing. The matrix is broken. This shit is at its end, y'all. So it behooves us to start learning the ancient knowledge and the ancient pathways of our ancestors. That way we can be the last one standing when the smoke clear, when the dust clear and the smoke settle, or the smoke settle and the dust clear, however we want to say it. We are shifting into a 5-dimensional space of density. Everything is upgrading. Everything is leveling up. You see Elon Musk. You see him using the whole Nikola Tesla theory. You see the Hydro Collider where they're taking atoms and they're smashing them together at Mach speeds and at the sign of light, opening up new portals. You see technology is being uncovered from the earth. Giant bones, mountains that is really dying giant. You're seeing mountains that is really tree stumps. I mean, so the past is being uncovered and being rediscovered, right? And they're using these ancient technologies that was left here by our ancestors, which is the true gods and goddesses here on this earth. And they're using these things to speed up time. So we are aging faster. We are oxidizing faster. We are rusting faster. Food is rusting faster, shortage on minerals. The soil is mineral deficient. So even if you're growing your own food, if you don't know the ancient ways of Africa, if you don't know the ancient ways of the Aboriginal Americas, you don't even know how to grow their food properly to even have the phytochemical and the phytonutrients inside the foods to sustain your body. So You know, it's crazy when you do watch the news, and I don't recommend a lot of y'all watch it because y'all are empathic and y'all start embodying all of them low thought form frequencies. But for those who have the willpower to protect themselves against the sorcery and the witchcraft and these massive rituals that the news and the media propaganda is pushing upon us to truly control our minds and keep us in these sensory deprivation tanks, but those that can protect themselves from it, when you do watch these things, look at how the creator is bringing us back to source. Look at how the creator is making us love one another, making us depend on one another, making us straight get in the soil and see what's going on, understanding and overstanding our biological clock, our anatomy. Look, where we going to is a beautiful place, y'all. Now, I know to people that's stuck into society, people that's a part of the matrix, y'all think we going to an ugly place. Y'all think it's the end, all hell finna break loose. Y'all think that this is the end. A lot of y'all probably think it's prophecy wrapping up and the end is near for you. But if you are a part of the creator and you know what you're doing, you know how the Christians have this rapture doctrine, which there's no such thing as the rapture. In a concept that truly is, because you will be saved for all the disheartening events that's about to happen if you're prepared. If you're prepared. And the only way you can be prepared is if we revamp our culture. You see that? Because remember, culture comes from cultivation. Cultivation means to grow. It's time to grow. It's time to elevate our mindset. Wait till y'all see the questions that we got here today. And wait till y'all see these articles, y'all. I'm burning me some Palo Santo right now. Just clearing out some energy. You know, may the creator flow and channel through me today. And may my words not be of my own. May my words not be of pride and ego and of malice and hatred or just being angry because it's crazy people out trying to bring me down. May every word that flow through me today be from my heart space and be channeled by the creator itself. All right, if y'all ready to get everything started, type in some 9s. I'm excited today. Y'all ready to get it started? Type in some 9s. Type in some 9s, family. Peace to everybody that's in the chat. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earth. Shalom, shalom, and lakam. Shalom, lakah. Hotep, my brothers and sisters. Peace to the gods. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Whatever religious tool you choose to free yourself and you choose to raise that Kundalini energy to align your chakras to activate the God particles within you, I respect that. As long as you're not bringing people into bondage and you're not becoming and you're not coming into bondage while using these tools to understand and overstand your God concept, hey, I don't got no beef with you, brother or sister. All right, now look, before we get started on the questions, y'all, check this out. Let me show y'all how the matrix is broken. Everything is failing us, y'all. It'll blow your mind, especially when it comes to baby formulas, and it's crazy because we see a lot of women are now getting the formulas, putting their babies on formulas and not using their God-given breast and not using that prolactin that's produced by the pituitary gland to actually create that milk and that colostrum and that bacteria to feed the child, for this child can grow up and it can be nourished off of this 0.7% protein and off this 96% carbon of what we call melanin sugar to grow these babies up on. You see that now we look around, we see that bacteria, all of the baby formulas have been called, y'all, because they're growing cultures of bacteria that ain't even been identified yet. You got some of them that they can identify, but most of these bacteria that they're finding inside of these synthetic breast formulas, baby milk formulas, they can't even identify the bacterial strands that's in them. So they had to recall all baby formula, y'all. All right, mind you, I'm working on my own baby formula that have been getting turned down for the last 4 years by the FDA. You see what I'm saying? So now this is forcing us to start making our own baby formula, which I got the formula. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type the formula up, how to make it naturally, and I'm going to shoot out a massive email. So make sure if you want that baby formula and if you need that baby formula, you hit us up at questions@yakiawaken.com. And when you hit us up, we're going to send back a mass email giving you the actual baby formula and how to mix it up and then ratio it out and all of that. But check this out. U.S. to boost baby formula import to ease nationwide shortage after ABOT nutrition recall. See that? Biden and lawmakers rush to address formula shortage. Republicans sharpening their midterm message attack Biden on the baby formula shortage. It ain't just fake baby food, because that's all these baby formulas is anyway. Got nitrogen, acid, all types of crazy stuff in there that you're not supposed to be putting in your baby's body and your baby's temples anyway. But notice that he is forcing us, or she, however you identify with the creator, he or she is forcing us to start having our mothers use that breast again. For that baby can get that right colostrum, for that baby can get that oxytocin release, for that baby can get that binding chemistry and hormone, for that baby can get its right sense of humor, for that baby can learn how to teeth taste, learn how to process. You know, all of this stuff happens when the baby is sucking on that nipple. The whole teaching process and what really molds and shapes the personality of the baby outside of the womb post-pregnancy is by how that baby suck and latch on to that breast. That teach the baby binding. That teach the baby how to be consistent. That teach the baby how to work and be consistent at working towards something. That teach the baby the sense of being satisfied and being filled. So it is very, very important and imperative that we have that baby on that breast in the first place. And we see that we going back to the ancient ways because the creator snatching this shit off the shelves, y'all. Straight snatching it off the shelves. There's a glitch and the matrix is breaking. Hallelujah. Hey, I'm excited. Ashe. Now check this out. Let me just share my screen with y'all for a minute, because look, it's more and more stuff about this. It's more and more stuff about this. Check this out, family. And we're going to get to these questions. I just want to show y'all this stuff. Check this out. What's behind America's shocking baby formula shortage? And these are all articles just talking about the many different reasons why there is a shortage of baby formula. Then you look over here. Let's talk about the H2O, U.S. environmental policy, water scarcity. Just Take a Shorter Shower by Joseph Reif, showing how we are running out of water. Well, y'all are running out of water because I don't drink that type of water anyway. That's H2O. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors didn't drink that type of water anyway. We're into H3O2. We drink and we eat our fruits. But notice what's on the screen here. Hold on, let's go to another one. Let's go. Let's talk about the food shortage. And before I get to this, let me get off of here because I want y'all to understand what food is. Food is something that builds back up your physical structure, and food is something that gives you energy for your cells, or the mitochondria, which is nothing but ancient bacteria, or what we call prokaryotic cells. Bacteria uses this energy as fuel to give you something called ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate. Not only that, food have phytochemicals and bioflavonoids and biophotons, which is little pieces of fragments of light from the sun and from the atmosphere to feed you millions and millions of years of information to expand your consciousness. So if food is not growing you, if food is not a part of your growth and development, and food is not expanding your consciousness and bringing more light frequencies to the body, then it's not called food. So when you truly look at what food is vital minerals. This is where you get the word vitamins from. It's really vital minerals. The reason why it's vital, because it's important for the body, because the body is made of light, and the only way the light body can maintain or sustain itself is it needs light cold frequencies to bring in these things, to connect with your senses, to connect your nervous system to your body, your parasympathetic, sympathetic nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, intrinsic nervous system, the cardiovascular nervous system, the central nervous system. These things need to be powered up by electrical magnetic frequencies that come from minerals that you get from the food. So true food is mineralization. Now, remember when we went back into the lesson last time, we found out that minerals is actually a Hebrew word. Men means to be from, or means light, and all means from above, right? So mineral means from the light above, showing you that your food's supposed to come from a light source. And that's the reason why fruits is the most highly energetic food on planet Earth, because these fruits grow on trees that grows closest to the sun, because fruits grow the highest in the sky. And if you look at your more higher growing fruits like mangoes and papayas and things like that, notice these are your most oldest fruits as well. You see that? So in order to have a true food, these foods must have minerals in it. And if these foods do not have mineral from the light above, sunlight cold frequencies due to photosynthesis or chloroplasts or another process that we call iron trophorophysis, then we cannot call it a food at all. So foods is minerals, right? Now check out this article, y'all. Check this article. Make sure y'all like it. Make sure y'all share this, y'all. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Check this out, family, because we talking about a shortage on food. Then you look at the micronutrients, basically deficiency or inadequacy in the U.S. population and overview. Once you start reading through Oregon State University, it is talking about how all of the soil is stripped of all the minerals. All of the soil is stripped of all the phytonutrients. All of the soil is stripped of all the amino acids you need to sustain and to rebuild your body. So look, hold on. We got a shortage on baby food, or what they call milk formula. We have a shortage on H2O, or what we call water. We got a shortage on food, or what we call minerals, because the soil is stripped and destroyed of all of its minerals. Hold on, let's keep going. Is there anything else that we need to see? There's a shortage on clothing. There's a shortage on everything that's around us. Check this article out, y'all. And we ain't going to read them because I want to get to these questions, but I want to show y'all how the matrix and how the system is failing and how we are being forced to go back into ancient times and use that ancient mitochondria, Eve, wisdom, and DNA that is within us to become gods again. That way, when this corrupted system or this deprivation tank finally fail, we can be left on top, y'all. Look, the gods is getting their names back. We are upgrading now. It's time to catch the wave. It's time to get on that train, or you're going to get mad. You're going to be left behind. Look, check this out. I ain't playing. Look, check this out. Here go another article, y'all. And they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Check this out. 92% of U.S. population have vitamin deficiency. Or you one of them. 92. Guess what? The other 8% is growing their own food. The other 8% got their own farmland. The other 8% agree with their culture, which is where you get agriculture from. The other culture is permanently on their sovereign land. That's where you get permaculture from. You see what I'm saying? So look, we are going back to the ancient ways, whether you like it or not. So it's best to get with the program or get gone. You're going to get rolled over. You're going to get rolled over. Oh, we. So my question is, if you ready to go back to the ancient path, the ancient ways, if you ready to get off of these fake foods and all of this stressed meat, if you ready to get off these dairy products, if you ready to live like the gods you truly are, to electrify your body, to be able to walk in your purpose, to be able to show your culture into other people's and they adapt into the ways of your ancestors, if you ready to level up and live immortally, live eternally, if you're ready to astro travel, be able to play with different dimensions and different realms, if you're ready to unlock your God deoxyribose nucleic acid, or what we're going to call the etheric nucleic acid, you see that, the DEA instead of the DNA, if you're ready to unlock that non-ether fire that's in your blood, type in some nines and we're going to get it started. I'm going to show you how to do it. If you ready, type in some nines. Type in some nines and I'm going to show you how to do it. Yeah, it's going down. Look, this is a beautiful moment. I'm just reading through this stuff. I'm like, damn. Hey, the matrix straight falling around us and we scared. We should be rejoicing like an MFer. We should be clapping our hands, stumping our feet. If you are part of the community, you need to be saying Ashe. You see that? Ashe, Ashe. If you're a part of the Hebrew Israelite community, hallelujah. Hallelujah. You're a part of the Christian community. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. No matter what religion you using as a tool for your God concept, whatever its highest form of praise, you need to be screaming it from a rooftop right now, because we going back to the ancient ways. We going back to when they lived 1,000 years and then they transcend, not death. See that the ancient ways, death wasn't part of the culture. The ancient ways, killing animals and eating up their flesh, wasn't part of the culture. I'm talking about way before Kemet. I'm talking about way before Sumeria. I'm talking about at the beginning when we were sons and daughters of God. And we were gods and goddesses here on this earth, living forever. There was no death. Death wasn't a part of our culture, wasn't a part of our language, wasn't a part of nothing, because we didn't know what death was until we violated the natural order of the universe. We going back to that. The Matrix is finally failing. I know these Rothschilds, these shapeshifters, these reptilian beings. I know they in Antarctica, miles under the earth right now. Like, what the hell is happening? Our plan did not work. Agenda 2021 did not work. Agenda 2012 did not work. Agenda 2035 might not actually work. See that? We don't die, we multiply. We God's kids, straight up. Can't kill us. Too much melanin in this thing. We too connected. Look, transgenerational epigenetic inheritance. I teach y'all about this all the time. We are directly connected to the ancestral lines. The ancestral lines pick and reincarnate through us all the time, channel through us all the time, all the time. One day I might be channeling Malcolm X. The other day I might be channeling the Honorable Marcus Garvey. Another day I might be channeling Martin Luther King. Other day I might be channeling Khalid Muhammad. Who knows? Who knows? Because that DNA is still in me and we live forever. But we got to keep the culture alive. We got to make sure that we're eating right and we're using our bodies as proper channels and vehicles. That way, when they do walk past, they're like, you know, that's a good vessel that I like to express myself in today. Because all we are is transmissions to the higher powers. Don't think that you are the source of everything. We are nothing but transmissions for the higher power. Whether that's a higher dark entity or a higher light being entity. It's a spiritual war going on here. And that's why your food should be used as a weapon against them and not as a weapon against you. Right now, food is being used as a weapon against you. You are eating things that is destroying and destructing your body and all of these constructs in your body, manipulating your tissues and your DNA. And you can't even express through your DNA no more. And that's the reason why you can't think straight. That's the reason why you have addictive personalities. That's the reason why you choose to be in a relationship that is not benefiting you or getting you anywhere, because you are eating poor, proper foods, and how you treat your vehicle is how you treat yourself. Notice a messy vehicle shows and reflects the driver. A messy vehicle shows and reflects the driver. Your vehicle all messed up all the time, all dirty and shit all the time. Your house dirty. You got clothes everywhere. You never clean up. That is that's a reflection of your mindset. And your mind is you. Mind is God. All is mind. All is God. You are your mind. And your mind expresses itself by giving itself a body. You see that? That's why the body in your environment actually is a reflection of who you truly are. Ooh-wee. That's why they be like, Yaki, why don't you mess with women that eat meat? Because it shows me what they think about themselves. Not knocking anybody that's eating meat right now. And I hope you get up off of it. I hope you start loving yourself more. You see what I'm saying? But that's a reflection of who you truly are. I don't want no corroded corpuscle, mucus, acidic forming flesh, not in my mouth nor on my Johnson. That's acid. Just show you how you treat your temple. You allow dead things into the temple, the mind become dead. You see that? And we have to raise our standards. We got to raise the bar, especially if we talking about having children, especially how many seeds I got to make sure that come from purity. That got to come from cleanliness. That got to come from organized intellect. That can't come from somebody that just treat their body like a trash can or a coffin and just put dead things into it. See, because life means life. How are we birthing life out of something that's dead? How are we creating life out of something that's dead? See, this is the new mindset. It's not new at all. This is actually new as in Anu or back then or the original God. This is new all the way back then. So this is not a new concept. This is just an old concept that have been rediscovered and have been practiced by the young mini messiahs that is coming through the realms as of lately. And it's time to get back on that path, y'all. It is time to get back on that path. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. So look, let's talk about these questions. Let's talk about these questions. Matter of fact, I'm going to start here. I'm going to start where I left off Tuesday. That video is taken down from Tuesday. The audio was jacked up on it anyway, so I'll redo those questions. And then I have my content creator, Jason, chop them up and I'll put them up on my Instagram. For those that are here from my Instagram, Forgive me, y'all. They just be messing with me so much on Instagram that I really haven't been going live on there lately. But I am going to start going live on there probably next week or something and posting more posts. Even if I don't go live, I'm going to start posting more intellectual posts like I used to. But, you know, from how the people been acting towards me, how my own people been doing me, and just how they're shadow banning me, it don't motivate me to go live all the time. It be pissing me off. But luckily, my platform is going to be done very soon, and we ain't got to worry about none of these platforms. See, and this is the thing I like about the Most High Creator. It forces you to be uncomfortable for you can create new things. Them shadow banning me made me spend $100,000 on a website, made me spend $100,000 on a free platform where freedom of speech can be spoken at. But if they wouldn't have never been shadow banning me or blocking me and put me in jail and taking my videos down, I would have been complacent and comfortable, and I just would have been on their platform. So make no mistake about it. All praises for the times we are heading in. We need to embrace that shadow side. We need to embrace what's going on, because now you got to whip that titty out and you got to feed your children. Now you got to start growing your own fruits and get your water from that, or move and get some coconuts. Now you got to make sure that you're growing your own food the right way and getting that right nutrients inside of the soil. That way that when your food do grow and you harvest it, you actually are replacing all the phytonutrients and biochemistry that makes up your molecular structure. So it is forcing us to truly, truly be a self-sustaining people like we always been. So I ain't mad at all. I'm not mad at all, family. All praises, all praises. All right, so check this out, family. If y'all ready to get it started typing some nines, and we're going to start on these questions, make sure y'all got y'all pens and make sure y'all got y'all pads. I went through a few of them, and these are some very, very interesting questions, y'all. So make sure y'all got y'all pens and y'all pads. Once you got your pens and your pads and you ready to remember and learn, let me know. Type in some nines and we'll get it started. This apple juice is on point. All right, the nines are in the building. The nines are in the building. So let's get to it. All right, first question says, hi, my name is such and such, and I want to know what your advice is on those who had gastric bypass surgery. I can tell you right now, before I even get deep into this, that you have something going on with your absorption, your utilization. Now, remember, I teach y'all about the 4 keys to the kingdom, thanks to Dr. Morris, thanks to Dr. Lilela Africa, and many other doctors that have came before me, or many other healers that have came before me. They teach about these 4 keys to the kingdom. And the first one is digestion. The second one is absorption. The third one is utilization. And the fourth one is elimination. So all of this stuff truly, truly happens in the autonomic nervous system, or what we call the intrinsic nervous system, and that's the gut area. So if you had your gut bypass, I can tell you right now that the digestion is off course, the absorption is off course, the utilization is off course, and last but not least, the elimination is off course, because we have to understand and realize that the gut is actually the first brain. Before the brain was actually created, when you get into embryology, the first thing you're going to be seeing created alongside of the nervous system, when you start looking at the ectoderm, the endoderm, and the mesoderm, you're going to see that primitive gut tube being formed first, showing you that the first brain is the primitive gut tube. Then you get to the second brain, which is actually the cardiovascular system, or what you call the heart, which holds memory and intellect as well. Last but not least, you get the last really forming brain, and that's what they call the central nervous system. And that's this meaty substance that's in your skull or that's in your head. You see that? The brain, all things communicate with the gut, though. The gut say yay or nay. This don't say yay or nay. It's the gut. That's why if you get scared, you get a gut feeling before it even relays to the brain. You get that gut feeling first. When the hairs stand up, that's the nervous system that's stimulated by what? That primitive gut tube is called the ectoderm. The same layer of skin that create from a zygote that creates the skin and the brain. And the spinal column, or what you call the spinal cord. All this created from the primitive gut tube. So make no mistake about it, your true original brain is your gut. And you let them do surgery on your brain, on your original real brain. So of course, your absorption, your utilization, your digestion, and your elimination is going to be messed up off back. But I'm going to show you how to get it back, though. Watch this. It says, hello, my name is such and such, and I want to know what your advice is for those who have had gastric bypass surgery. Was overweight my entire life at this point. I had the surgery in 2015, but 8 months after I got pregnant for the first time ever. Okay, congrats. You got seeds here. All praises. It says, my entire pregnancy was great. Did not have any issues and barely any pregnancy symptoms. My son was born at home accidentally, but glad it happened that way. I am too. You didn't get to, that baby didn't get to experience these artificial lights. It didn't get to experience another man that's not his father or another woman that's not his father pull him from the womb. It just didn't get to experience none of it. So that's a beautiful thing right there. It says, during my pregnancy, everything was great. Skin glowing, hair growing, and everything. However, the 5 years since my son had been born, I began dealing with things I never had before. For one, iron, B12 vitamin deficiency. Per the doctor's deficiencies, my energy levels is non-existent. Even with my daily vitamins and weekly injections. So she's getting weekly vitamin mineral injections and daily vitamins. And notice that she still is acting like she is in deficit. She is still acting like she's mineral deficient. And the reason why is because they're giving her synthetic minerals. Now, if your utilization factor is messed up and your utilization factor comes from your actual adrenal glands, if your adrenal glands is not online, which is going to give you energy anyway, because this is where your cardiac output come from. We have to understand that the adrenal glands, these two little pyramid-like structures that sits on top of the kidneys, is some of the most important things ever in your body. And I got one right here. Let me give it to y'all. Hold on. Let me just show y'all this real fast. Let me show y'all this. Let me make sure it blows up when I go in. So this is the adrenal glands I'm talking about, right? And the adrenal glands is, they shape like pyramids. Notice that, how ironic is that? And they actually sits on top of the kidneys, right? These adrenal glands are in control of all of your steroid utilization, all of your steroids, metabolitic processes. They're also in control of your fight or flight or your cortisol. These are your salts and solvents, and they're in control of your sugar. Not only that, it's in control of the parasympathetic nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system, and the autonomic nervous system, things that runs on autopilot, right? Now, this thing is also in control of your heart and the blood flow that the heart valve actually releases to release the phytonutrients and chemistry through the body. So whenever you are not getting enough nutrients or phytonutrients, it's because the adrenal glands is down and it's not turning on that cardiac kick, pumping that heart. Well, I ain't gonna say pumping that heart, but beating that heart, because the heart is not a pump, it's a valve. The lungs are actually a pump, but it opens up them heart chambers and them heart valves to allow certain amount of blood flow for all of that phytonutrients and all of those phytochemistries, phytochemicals can get through the bloodstream and feed 150 trillion cells of the body, for the cells can eat and do their defecation and things like that, but you can live your everyday life. So if these adrenals go down, naturally your energy is going to go down. If these adrenals are down, naturally you're not going to utilize any minerals like iron or vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 do not come from animals, y'all. How your animals get vitamin B12, they actually get it through, guess what, family? They get it through plants. Yes. So all of the doctors with all this bullshit and them talking about if you vegan, your vitamin D12 is low. Well, that means the animal that you was eating obviously was eating enough plants that had actual vitamin B12 in it. Vitamin B12 actually come from a cobalt. Cobalt is a mineral. Cobalt derivatives is what makes vitamin B12. That come from plants. That don't come from animals, family. So we got to get out of that illusion there. So all illusion is all lies and propagandas. You see what they make off of synthetic vitamin B12, what these doctors are making a year will blow your mind. It's $1 billion industry. So of course they're going to lie and tell you your vitamin B12 is low, and the only way you can get it is by going to the meat industry and increasing your meat intake. Or you can get the synthetic vitamin B12. It's all bull crap, man. Vitamin B12 actually come from a cobalt mineral. This cobalt mineral is in your Brazilian nuts. It's in your watercresses. It's in your kales. It's in all of your alkaline greens. It's in all of your dark leafy vegetables. And it's in a lot of your fruits that grow high on trees, y'all. But notice, even if you're bringing these minerals in, they cannot be utilized if the adrenals are down, because what's in control of your utilization and of your metabolic process of utilizing is the adrenal glands. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines. And I hope that truly just prove. I mean, look, just Google what B12 come from. Not the animal, but what it originated in plants. It's going to tell you from cobalt. It's come from cobalt. It don't come from no damn animal. The animals eat the cobalt mineral of the plants. That's how they get the vitamin B12. So how are you telling me I need the middleman and not the actual source, which is the plant? Make it make sense. All right, cool. So I can tell you right now that your adrenal glands is down. All right, and I'm gonna show you how to get them back up. Now it talks about that she's been tired. You are extremely adrenal fatigued. And that if your adrenals down, since the adrenals run the kidneys, that means your kidneys are down. And that's the reason why you probably was overweighted, because the adrenals are attached to the thyroid and the parathyroid. And we know that the thyroid is over all your metabolism. That's why people that can't lose weight, they have hyperthyroidism. People that can't gain weight, they have hyperthyroidism. So we got to understand that the glandular highway is intricately connected and interwoven with one another. If something is wrong with the pituitary glands, something is wrong with the sexual glands. If something wrong with the sexual glands, something is wrong with the autonomic glands. If something wrong with the autonomic glands, something is wrong with the mesentery glands. So whenever something is wrong with the glands inside of your body, if one down, the rest of them need to compensate, which is going to throw them out of their hormonal balance frequencies. And now the body is not in a state of ma'at. When the body go out of this state of ma'at, the body is at dis-ease, because energy cannot flow easily or properly through what you actually call the meridian pathways no more. Once the meridian pathways, which is like a mycelium network, or what we are calling invisible highway, where energy flows, or that CHO, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen flows through that body. The moment you stop that and you bring friction, and that carbon and that hydrogen and oxygen, or the H3O2 or H3O, that gel can't flow properly no more, the body is not at ease anymore. And that's what we call dis-ease in the ancient world. Not these illusions we call in disease now, like cancer and all this other bull crap. You see that? So we understand that the adrenal glands is very important, and the adrenal glands actually control the kidneys. And the kidneys is how you get all your metabolic waste and filtration of all the cytotoxins and toxemias from byproducts of you eating and just living your everyday life out of your body. So we know off back that you got kidney and adrenal issues. So we're going to write that down. Kidney and adrenal issues. Kidney and adrenal issues. All right, let's keep reading. All right, she says, I'm going to read that again. It says, growing everything. However, 5 years since my son been born, I began dealing with things I never had before, like iron and B12, vitamin D. And vitamin D comes from conversion of cholesterol and you sitting in the sun. LDL and HDL cholesterol, once the ultraviolet rays of the sunlight hit it, it converts himself over into vitamin D by amino acid called tyrosine. And it's all dealing with the actual thyroid and the parathyroid. This is calcium derivatives. So anybody that's dealing with a vitamin D deficiency or a B12 deficiency, you are dealing with a melanin issue. You're not in the sun enough and your thyroid is down. And the reason why your thyroid is down is because your kidneys are backed up and your adrenal glands is not online. And I'm going to show you how to get these things back online. All right. It says, per the doctor's deficiency, my energy levels is non-existent, even with my daily vitamins or vital minerals and weekly injections. I literally have to fight to get up majority of the time. My body wins and ends up sleeping for hours. See that? So she can't even stay up. I'll bet you if she check her blood pressure. Now, remember, when you talk about blood pressure, right, and you talk about systolic and you talk about diastolic, the top part is systolic. That is always the cardiac output. That's the adrenals. The bottom part is diastolic. This is where you get the word dialysis from, or renal panel, renal metabolic channeling. The renals are the dialysis, or the systolic and diastolic is kidneys and adrenals. So if she can't get up out of bed and she go to sleep for hours, and we need to check this. We need to check her actual blood pressure. Her top part is going to tell us whether she is in hypoadrenal failure or if she's in hyperadrenal failure. When you look, the top part, which is the adrenals, is supposed to be smack dead at 120. When you look at the bottom, which is the kidneys, is supposed to be at 70, not 80. Now, most so-called African Americans, 120 over 80 is good because we have been in stress for many centuries now. And that stress have naturally just elevated our blood pressure. So you can see Negroes with a 250 over a 190 that live for hundreds of years. I mean, not hundreds, but live for 50 years before they have a cardiac arrest or before they have a stroke or die. So naturally, so-called black people blood pressure are more elevated and their sugars is more elevated than any other race that's inside the Americas, because all the traumatic stress that our DNA and that our cells have been through by way of our ancestors, and that we still suffering for today. So when you see it at a 120/80, it ain't nothing to really be too worried about in black people. But when you start seeing it go too high, that top number, or too low, be worried. When you start seeing that bottom number, which is the kidneys, go too high, too low, be worried, because that means that you are either a hyper adrenal or you hypoadrenal fatigue. So check your blood pressure, Miss Crystal. Check that blood pressure. Let me know if that's a 120. Let me know. And I bet you probably in the 109s. If you saying that you can't even get out of the bed, and when your body wins and you just go to sleep for hours of the day, you are messing around. You probably in your low hundreds. Now, once it starts getting below 70, that's near death. That means your electrical magnetic frequencies is too low and you're not yielding enough energetics or angstroms of energy from your food to keep your actual electrical conductivity system, of what we call the nervous system, up and running, because the body is electric and we need this electricity to power up 150 trillion cells and 100 trillion microbiotas, or what we call prokaryotic cells of bacterial organisms. They need electricity to keep their life sustained. So check your blood pressure and let me know the top number and the bottom number. Remember, the top number is systolic adrenals. The bottom number is diastolic, which is the kidneys. And they let me know how your kidneys and your adrenals are truly, truly functioning. But I bet you in the low hundreds. You have to be, if you can't even stay woke long enough. All right. It says, what can we do to regulate blood? What regulates your blood and what gets the circulatory system good is citric fruits. Oranges, with seeds in them, of course. Tangerines with seeds in them, of course. Key limes and lemons with seeds, of course. But all your citrics are what they would call naturally acidic fruits. That helps break up the coagulation and getting that blood flowing properly. But even if you break up the coagulation and get the blood flowing properly, if the adrenals are down, you still have to bring the adrenals back up. So a good herb is licorice root. Licorice roots is one of your most fantastic and powerful herbs when it comes to getting the adrenals back online if you have low blood pressure or if you have adrenal fatigue. But if you have hyperadrenalism and if you have high blood pressure, the licorice root will kill you. It will straight send you into cardiac arrest and give you a stroke. So that's why we got to be very, very knowledgeable about herbs before we start giving people herbs, because herbs do kill. You have to realize herbs is nothing but pharmaceutical medicines. What makes pharmaceutical medicines is isolated chemistry of the herbs. They're still using plant and vegetable matters to make these medicines that you are getting all these deadly cytotoxins and basically side effects from. What they're doing is they're isolating it and concentrating it, and most of the time they add petroleum oil to it. But don't get it twisted. The pharmaceutical companies are some of your most biggest herbalists in the world. Some of your most biggest herbalists in the world. And you can see that these herbs are killing everything moving. I mean, they kill hundreds of thousands of people a year annually off of herbs, isolating that chemistry and adding shit into there they ain't supposed to be adding into it. So don't think that herbs is weak and you can't die from them. You can die from taking the wrong herbs, family. That's why they have herbalism master classes and they got things that teach you about herbalism, because you can play around with some certain roots that will kill your ass dead as a doorknob. Poke root would kill you. Blood root will kill you. Too much chaparral will shut down your liver. Notice most of these herbs have liver warnings and you can't take them while you're pregnant. If you can't take them with a baby inside of your belly because it will kill and reject the baby, then what do you think it's truly doing to your cells? That's why we don't recommend herbs for your whole entire life. It's just made to plunge the body. See that most of these herbs are toxins. And then when you take a toxin, you have this throwing up effect. It gives you diarrhea. It pushes against the cells and push other cytotoxins out. So basically, it's kind of like being cured off of snake venom. Same thing with the herb concept. The toxins in the herbs is what pushes and heals the body because it gives you a fontanelle, or what you would call a limitive effect on the body. You poop in everywhere, you pee in everywhere. That's what you call a diuretic. Diuretic means you're pooping everywhere. A laxative herb. That means you're peeing everywhere. Diuretic, you're urinating everywhere. A laxative herb. It means you're pooping everywhere, like Cascara Sagrande. You see that? You got all types of herbs. These herbs are literally made to push and eliminate the body, take you to like a violent, forceful cleanse. That's what you call detoxification and elimination. Oh, look, we got to really start learning what we dealing with here and with dealing with nature. Nature can be very, very ugly sometimes, family. It really can. It really can. So yes, that's why I recommend it. And that's why a lot of people, that's why I don't be shunning y'all, but I'm like, man, you're a herbalist from Google. You took some petty herbalist classes and got a certification and you think you know what to know. You don't. You're going to kill somebody. But you know, new subject. All right, it says deficiency. My energy level is non-existent, even with the daily vitamins and weekly injections. I literally have to fight to get up, and majority of the time my body wins and I end up sleeping for hours. I was told with my surgery that because of my type of surgery, which is Roux-en-Y, gastric bypass, my body will never pull nutrients needed from the food I eat. And I was told that I was told to eat a high protein diet till I am blue in the face. The black man and the black woman don't need protein. Protein is your worst enemy. It's unstable. It have too many complex amino acid structures in it. So they told her that she would never be able to absorb any type of phytochemicals, any phytonutrients, and to eat proteins until she blue in the face. They gonna kill you, sister. They got you on a road path to death. So let me guess, if you have a Roux-en-Y bypassic surgery, that means that they took out your small intestinal tract. They took out your duodenum. And the duodenum is very important because that's where all your absorption happened at. Now, you do get some absorption in the transverse colon. You get a little absorption in the transverse colon, but the true absorption happens actually in the duodenum. And I'm going to show y'all how that process works. But let's finish reading this real quick. That's crazy. Man, it says, I was told with surgery that because my type of surgery, which is Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, my body will never pull the nutrients needed from the food I eat. I was told to eat high protein diet till I was blue in the face. I have so many gut issues that it isn't funny. Bloating, gas, pain, everything. That's because you don't have no bacteria inside of your stomach, especially the candida bacteria, which sits inside the duodenum or the duodenum. You missing your lactobacillus bacteria. You missing your candida bacteria. You missing your biobifidum bacteria. You missing all the bacteria you need to actually make methane, to actually make carbon and make hydrogen, to make octane, for you can get the gas from them breaking down the food. So you're not getting any of that breaking down or that utilization or that absorption factor because they bypass your duodenum. But I'm going to show you. See, a true herbalist should be able to show you how to still get absorption without needing your duodenum. But first, we got to break down the importance of the duodenum. It says, it isn't funny. I'm getting bloating, gas, pain, everything. I just want your opinion on what should I do. Now, check this out, y'all. We in class, so I got to break it down to y'all because I want to show you how important the duodenum is and the reason why we should not be cutting out our duodenums or getting no type of gastric bypass surgery, right? Check this out. Where are we at? What I got? Hopefully, I got something little and not big. Matter of fact, it's cool. It's all good. I'll take this one down. Check this out, family. Check this out. Let's talk about the duodenum. Make sure y'all see that. Now check this out, family. All right, let me take off this rib cage. Come on, baby. Come off. It's kind of tough there. Now look, let's take this liver off. Let me take this heart out real quick. Let's take this liver off. All right, and we're going to show y'all. So look. We know that all digestion starts in the mouth, goes through the esophagus. The first thing it does is it passes a little thing called the cardiac sphincter. The cardiac sphincter is a door that separates the stomach from the actual esophagus, right? The food then goes inside the stomach. It goes into the fungus of the stomach, the body of the stomach, and then the atrium of the stomach. So this is the actual fungus of the stomach, right? This is where all of your different hydrochloric acid become activated. This is called the body of the stomach. When you get right here, you get to a spot called the pyloric sphincter, right? This is the atrium of the stomach. All right, now look, when you do a bypass or a gastric surgery, they literally cut this piece, which is the fungus of the stomach off, and then they bypass the duodenum, and they connect your jejunum straight to this little piece right here. So you're not producing any more hydrochloric acid or what you call pepsinogen to break down your food. And not only that, you don't have the duodenum no more. Now, once it goes through the pyloric sphincter, it goes into this 9-inch intestinal tract, right? This is what you would call the transverse colon. We're going to take the transverse colon off of here, right? All right, now you see the pancreas. The pancreas is connected to the duodenum. All right, remember we got the liver. All right, and you got the gallbladder. The liver and the gallbladder is connected to the duodenum. All right, so you got the pancreas, which have over 4,000 different types of metabolic enzymic reaction, meaning that these enzymes help break down your food, right? And get and extract all the phytonutrients up out of the stomach or up out of this small intestinal tract where it can go inside the bloodstream. All right, now we got the liver. The liver is actually what creates and modifies what you'll call amino acids by way of the gallbladder that creates bile salts to break down lipids, to break down fats. Oh, we getting deep into this because the gallbladder is connected to the duodenum. The reason why the gallbladder is connected to the duodenum because you might have ate a piece of chicken or something, which is supposed to be for fatty acids that come from your nuts and that come from your grains. But you know, y'all don't eat nuts and grains. Y'all like to eat chicken and all other types of nasty, corroded, death type of shit. So it'll help you at least break down on fats, right? So you ain't got nothing breaking down your fats no more. Now we got the liver that's in control of taking the actual broken down amino acids and constructing these things to protein for your body to rebuild your cells. You don't have that absorption happening anymore because all of this is connected to what? The duodenum. Now, the pancreas have so many type of enzymic reactions to help break down your food and to yield phytonutrients. You don't have that anymore because that's connected to what? The duodenum. Now, let's talk about the duodenum. This is the duodenum. The duodenum is a 9-intestinal tract, right? A 9-inch intestinal tract. Inside of this duodenum, you have hair. Trillions of hairs called villi. Between these hairs, you have trillions and trillions of bacteria. These bacteria help you break down your food. They sort out your food. They yield energy. And then through the villi, you go deep within the villi of this 9-inch tract called the duodenum. And it actually has something called blood capillaries, what they call blood capillaries. And that's where the phytonutrients go into to actually feed all the cells of your body, family. So what is gastric bypass? They literally bypass the duodenum and they take something called the jejunum, which is this right here, and they hook the jejunum to the top of the stomach. So they're going to bypass all of the absorption factors and everything she needs to truly absorb and get her phytonutrients to feed the cells of her body. And then these evil bastards literally take the jejunum and hook it up to this part of the stomach. Just this little part. This part right here. That's what that is. Ain't that crazy? That's messed up. So now she's not getting no type of absorption. She's not getting no type of utilization. She ain't getting no nothing. She ain't getting no nothing with that. I'll put this together once I'm done. If y'all get what I'm saying so far, type in some nines. If y'all get what I'm saying so far, type in some nines. That's crazy. Why would you look? Why the fuck would you do somebody like that? That should be humane. That's humane. That's inhumane. Why would you do somebody? That should be illegal. They asses need to be in a jail cell somewhere to even come up with some diabolical shit like that. Forgive me for cussing. I've been trying to work on it. I say that every month. I'm trying to work on my cussing. Let me show y'all this. Hold on. Man, that's powerful. In an evil ass way. Let me see if I can find a video real quick. All right, check this out, family. Hold on, I'm finna plug in. Let me see if it works if I plug it in this way. Hold on, family. My computer finna go dead. I'm tripping. There you go. All right, now check this out. All right, here go a video right here. Let me see if this works. Can y'all see that? If y'all can see this video.
Bariatric surgery or weight loss surgery refers to a variety of surgical procedures.
Before we get this started, if y'all can see this and if y'all can hear this, type in some sevens for me. Let me show y'all what they did with her stomach. Let me show y'all what they did with her stomach, family. How is she going to be able to survive with this? I'm finna show you how. But let me show you how they get you. This is how they kill us. All right, y'all can hear and see it well. Check this out, family. This is what they did to this poor woman. And this is the reason why I recommend y'all. I'm not an extremist now. I'm not saying don't go mess with them if you get shot or your bone get broken. Go to them. They're very good at surgery. I bet you the surgery look clean as hell. I bet you can't even see the incisions that they made. But how they way of thinking is fucked up. Why would you do somebody like this?
For treatments of morbid obesity. Obesity is determined by body mass index, or BMI, which is calculated as the ratio of body weight over square of body height. The higher the BMI, the higher the extent of obesity. A normal BMI is between 20 and 25. An individual is considered morbidly obese if he or she
Come on, get to the point. I want
or
to
hypertension.
see what they doing to them bodies. Check this out, y'all. This is what they do.
This is the most commonly performed bariatric surgical procedure and is considered the gold standard for weight loss treatments. The procedure involves 2 steps. Step 1. The stomach is divided into 2 parts. One small pouch at the top of the stomach, where it is connected to the esophagus, and the rest of the stomach, which will be bypassed.
You hear that? So look, they only cut off this piece, y'all, where the line's at, and then they finna bypass the rest of the stomach. My question is, if they only cutting off a percentage of the fungus, right? Only a percentage of the fungus. What's happening to the rest of the fungus? What about the body of the stomach where the hydrochloric acid mixes with mucus and this creates your pepsinogen that actually breaks down all of your food? That's not happening anymore. What about the atrium of the stomach which meets with the cardiac sphincter? How is the food going to pass into the duodenum for she can absorb all her phytonutrients if you're bypassing the most important parts of her digestive system? These people are evil. They know this shit ain't right. And then they told her in the letter, let's go back to the letter. Check this out. This is how bold and this is why the Matrix gotta fail, y'all. This is how bold these people are. They told her, it says, I literally have to fight to get up majority of the time. My body wins and I end up sleeping for hours. It says, I was told with my surgery that because of the type of surgery, which is called a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, my body will never pull the nutrients needed from the food I eat. And while I was told that to eat high proteins, I am blue in the face. Now, I got a question. If proteins is a complex amino acid structures and our body is not made to even break this shit down in the first place, how is it possible she's even having a fighting chance to break down these complex proteins that she's supposed to be eating till she's blue in the face if she ain't even got hydrochloric acid in her stomach to do so because y'all dumbasses done bypass the hydrochloric acid? We have to make this make sense, family. This how they're getting paid to kill us. Straight up. And then they're harvesting our organs and all types of minerals. And we know that melanin is at $600 a gram now. We. See, this is the reason why we need more healers. We need more true herbal. This is why I got to get these classes up and running. For our people don't have to go through stuff like that. Baby girl, if you wanted to lose weight, I could have put you on an all-fruit diet. I could have got your thyroid up and running. We could have started burning them fats off. Instead of going through extremes like this, because now you're going to have to be on my herbs for the rest of your life.
The 2 parts are separated and stapled. Step 2. Rerouting of the intestine. The intestine is cut at about 45 centimeters or 18 inches down from the edge of the stomach.
Y'all see that? So look, y'all, if you look at the top right, we have part of the fungus is actually being removed. Then they cut off the duodenum. You see that? So now the duodenum is removed and they finna hook the jejunum to the little pouch of the stomach that they cut off. And they're going to bypass this very, very important part, which is where the hydrochloric acid is produced at and where all the phytonutrients and the bacteria take place at for the body can receive all of its phytonutrients and phytochemicals for the cells can feed off its energy of what you call ATP, adenosine triphosphate, AMP, adenosine monophosphate, and ADP, adenosine diphosphate. This is what we need to yield energy, y'all. She's not going to get none of that anymore. But there's another way. See that? And this is the good thing about learning, studying, doing clinical trials, and being a master herbalist. There's another way she can absorb without her stomach, and I'm going to show you how. The
first part of the intestine, the duodenum, will be bypassed.
Whew, that's crazy.
The top end of the second part, the jejunum, is pulled up and connected to the gastric pouch created in step 1.
Wow.
The lower end of the duodenum is reconnected to the jejunum at a lower point. The new configuration has a shape of a Y, hence the name of the procedure.
Y'all see that? So look, they completely passed the most important part of her gut. Oh, that's crazy, y'all. If y'all just seen that and y'all understood that, type in some nines, and we're gonna keep it going. Because now we got to show her how to get rid of this stuff. Well, you can't get rid of it. What's done is done, but show how to absorb in a different way. See that? We got to show how to absorb in a different way, because we still have the mouth. We still have blood barriers in the mouth. We still have the salivary glands. We still have different pouches that can lead straight to the bloodstream by way of the mouth. We still have the esophagus, where you have different mucous membranes in there that absorb as well, but it have to be certain type of foods you eat to get that absorption in the mouth first. And we got to break this down, y'all, because this is going to be powerful. This is going to be powerful. So if y'all got that so far, type in some nines. Okay, all praises. Now, let's finish reading this, and then we're going to talk about how to get her to absorb, since y'all understood that. All right. Now check this out. It says, also, when my son was born, he was perfectly healthy. He wouldn't latch on, so I only breastfed for a couple of days, and I ended up giving him Similac. Dang. Which he barely drank. He would prefer water over milk, and after a year, and to this day, he will not drink milk. My question for him is, he's always excelled well from birth till about 2 years ago. Hold on. So look, let's handle yours first, then we're going to get to your son. All right, let's handle yours first. Now, all right, you have no stomach, nor do you have a duodenum for absorption, utilization, and elimination, nor for digestion, because you don't have anything breaking down your food. So the doctor was right with his evil butt. He was right. You would never be able to absorb that way. But if you cut out meat, if you cut out fats, if you cut out dairy products, and you go on an all raw diet, all right, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Go on an all raw diet. And this raw diet is going to consist of vegetables and nothing but fruits, not even nuts. You can't even eat nuts, because you're not going to get none of them compacted amino acid structures from the nuts, because you don't have a gallbladder to even be connected to the duodenum, because they bypass your duodenum. So that gallbladder and them bile salts that made to break down fats won't even break down the fatty acids. So you have a mouth, right? And in the mouth, you have teeth. You have to start super chewing your food. That's the first part of really digesting your food. You have to super chew your food until it becomes liquid. Now, you have to make sure that the food you eating is high in H3O2 water content. That's going to be your fruits, and that's going to be your watery vegetables. Now, can you still eat gnarly vegetables? Yes, you can. You still can eat kales and stuff like that, but you're going to need a very, very good, expensive juicer, because your hard fruits, you got to juice. Your hard vegetables, you have to juice those. Don't ever eat them whole, because you ain't going to be able to get no phytonutrients from them. They're going to sit inside your stomach. They're going to ferment. Then it's going to turn into all type of mold and alcohol, and it's going to give you more problems, because you can't absorb these things anyway, nor do you have the hydrochloric acid, nor the pepsinogen to break these gnarly foods down. So with your crusty, hard to break down vegetables, you're going to juice those. You're going to eat nothing but watery fruits and watery vegetables. Now, when you're eating these watery fruits and these high water content vegetables, H3O2 vegetables, you're going to super chew them until they become liquid. Once you do that, you have something called the salivary glands, or the salivary glands, however you want to say them. They produce something called trypsin and amylose. Trypsin and amylose are actually alkalining enzymic reactions or secretions that come from the salivary glands and some from the tonsils, and it breaks down your food in your mouth. Now, the reason why it breaks down your food in your mouth, because that fermentation little bit happens, and then what happens is from that liquid, it's not only H3O2, but it becomes a slight alcohol naturally in your mouth. That's why you see babies tasting and chewing for a long time, and trypsin being released, and all these other things like amylose is being released. With that secretion of the trypsin and amylose now making a fermentation of what we call alcohol, it is going to actually go into the blood barrier of the mouth, and you will start getting absorption in the mouth, straight into the bloodstream. That's why they tell you to take tinctures and take oregano oil under the tongue, or or if anybody ever did acid or any type of trip or DMT, they put it under the tongue because it goes into the bloodstream faster, and it goes to the head, and it goes into the bloodstream of the body faster because you have a blood barrier literally in the lining of your mouth. So you can get absorption straight into the bloodstream through your mouth if you super chew your foods. Now you have to worry about the foods that you're eating. You need to make sure that these foods break down the quickest in the body. Now I'm going to show you your most high water content fruits is melon every day, all day, specifically the cucumber melon, cucumbers. It's 98% water. Then you get to watermelon, 96% water. Then you start getting into honeydew melon and cantaloupe melon. These things are over 92% water. So you need to become best friends with the melon family. You see what I'm saying? Become best friends with it. That's where you're going to get all. And melons are rebuilder. If you look at my chart, especially my fruit chart, we call the melons the rebuilder family. We call the berries the antioxidants and the oxygenator family. We call regular fruits the astringent detoxification family. So you have the astringent family, which is your fruits. Then you have the oxygenators and the antioxidant family, which is your berries. Then you have the rebuilding family of the fruit kingdom, which is your melons. You need to rebuild, and you need to get good amino acids and phytonutrients and mineralization out of these fruits. So you need to be on melons. Now remember, I would say eat your melons by itself, but I'm not going to tell you that, because the only reason why you're supposed to be eating your melons by itself because it produces high alcohol content. I need you to produce alcohol, and that's the reason why herbal tinctures is so successful in healing, because the alcohol absorbs in the cell very fast. And that's the reason why we use fruits for diabetics, because the alcohol transport and it goes through something called cellular infusion, and you don't have to use the pancreas to actually get your sugars or your glycogen or your glucose by insulin to penetrate that cell and to bring glucose into the cells for the cells can eat and it get that ATP factor. When you using fruits and that fruit ferment and you get things like cellular infusion, literally the phytonutrients infuses in the blood, and then the blood transportation goes to every individual cell in the body and feeds the cells its phytonutrients. So look, with your particular case, mix your melons with your fruits. Bring in that alcohol. Super chew these foods for that alcohol can transport and infuse all of the phytonutrients in your mouth. Not only that, the moment that you swallow, you see that you swallow that and it goes through that palate. The moment it enters into the esophagus, if y'all look this stuff up, you actually have different glands there that wraps in mucus, and it's an absorption factor inside the esophagus. So not only are you getting an absorption factor from your mouth with the amylose and the trypsin secretion, these alkaline exotic secretions breaking down in your mouth by you super chewing your food, but you also get the same thing when you're swallowing them. And this is before it ever hits the stomach. So you done had absorption before we even got to the stomach area just by eating an all fruit diet, high in melons, high in berries, mixing these, getting that fermentation in, but that alcohol can get inside of them cells, cellular infusion quicker, and you ain't even reached the stomach yet. Powerful, right? Now, here go another thing. You need to get my geogenetic therapeutic package in all tinctures. All tinctures. And what we gonna do, we gonna make sure that we use grape sugar alcohol, not sugar cane alcohol. We use a lot of different types of fruit alcohol to make our tinctures, but we gonna use grape sugar alcohol. That way you get the fastest absorption ever without ever using your stomach. That's how you get absorption. You're going to have to do it on all fruits and vegetables. And remember, them gnarly vegetables that's hard to break down, like kale and arugula and stuff like that, you're going to juice them. That way you're getting all of that fiber and all of that cellulose up out of there, and you get nothing but the goodies, and that's going to absorb through your mouth when you're drinking. Make sure when you drink them juices, you swiggle it around in your mouth like you do when you're drinking wine. Make sure you keep it in your mouth for a minute before you swallow. That way you can get all that absorption through that barrier, that mucosa blood barrier with inside the lining of your mouth. And you're going to get the geogenetic therapeutic package level 1, and you're going to get them in all tinctures and teas. You're not going to do no capsules. You're not going to do no powders, all tinctures and teas. And I bet you we can heal your body of all the things you're going through. We can get your adrenal glands back online. We can move your lymphatic system, and you can start absorbing your food better because we done bypassed the whole entire digestive system from the esophagus on down in a hole. Y'all can't tell me them ain't no daggers. That's called true healing. That's holistic healing. You see what I'm saying? If y'all got that so far, type in some 9s. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines. And we're going to keep this thing going. Now, because we still got to talk about our son. If you do that, I'm telling you, you'll feel better. You'll get your energy back and all of that. I know, y'all, this has been like the longest case ever. We've been on this case for a whole hour. But I wouldn't be no true teacher or true healer if we didn't dive deep into these questions. We got to dive. We need to get down to the nuts and bolts of these questions. You know what I'm saying? All praises. Big brother Malachi Maccabee, peace God. Malachi Maccabee in the building. Been having an amazing time with him. He been on all the tours with me, coming to all the dates, selling his healing oils, frankincense and myrrh. He gonna be in Detroit with me. Big brother gonna be everywhere with me. So make sure y'all come out and support him too as well. I love that brother. Double blessings and honors to you and your household, God. All right, perfect. Now let's talk about our son, because we have to address our son. So let me cut this part out right here. All right. So it says, also, when my son was born, he was perfectly healthy and he wouldn't latch on. So I only breastfed for a couple of days. Now, ain't that crazy? We talking about the actual shortage of breast milk, the breaking of the matrix, the breaking of this damn system that's forcing our women to breastfeed, forcing our sons and our children, our daughters and our family members and our significant others to go back on the fruit diet, to get their H3O2 from their fruit and drink their water from their fruit, because it's a shortage on water. It's a shortage on food. It's a shortage on breast milk. It's a shortage on plastic. It's a shortage on gas. It's a shortage on glass. It's a shortage on why y'all think it's taking y'all so long to get y'all herbs? It's a shortage out here. Straight shortage. Forcing us to go back to reunite with one another, to love one another again, forcing us to go back on the ancient ways and the ancient path, forcing us to go back to that beginning diet, on that all fruit and vegetable diet, forcing us to get off these meats, forcing us to not trust these damn doctors. It's forcing us to be who we were in the beginning. We going back. See that? It's nothing new under the sun. This is a 360-degree angle. Everything goes back. This is a great reset. We're going back to the beginning of this thing when we was on tops and we was gods. Ooh, we. Y'all better get ready. You better update that hardware. You better update your software. You see that? Which is your consciousness, your mind, your cerebellum, your frontal lobe. So you better update that software. You better update your hardware, which is your vehicle, your avatar, which is your body. It's time for a whole genetic download and upload. It's time to shift, but we can expand our consciousness to keep up with this evolutionary process that Earth is going through, that the heavens are going through, that the cosmic universities is going through. You can't do that on a piss poor diet, family. Sorry to tell you, but you can't. You can't. You can't. You update a software by putting in information. Your information comes from your food and comes from your environment. So if we don't change our environment and we don't change our food, we're going to get left behind. You see what they do with old raggedy ass computers? They throw them away. They throw them away. They give them to what you'll call the retardation schools, because we can't do nothing with them anymore. The Bible says you're going to be used as fuel for the fire. You're going to be hewn down. You're going to be cut out and you're going to be burnt. Same thing that they do every 7 years when they burn the land for the crops can be pure and grow with strength again. You don't want to be accessible like that, expendable like that. You better update your consciousness, and you cannot do that on a meat eating, dairy drinking, dairy consuming, flesh animal dead diet, using your stomach as a coffin for God's creation. Ain't no way you can elevate eating that stuff. These are the facts of the matter, whether you like it or not, family. All right. It says, also, when my son was born, he was perfectly healthy. He wouldn't latch on, so I only breastfed for a couple of days and end up giving him Similac, which he barely drank. He would prefer water over milk. And after a year to this day, he would not drink milk. My question for him is, he always excelled well from birth until about 2 years ago. Walked by 9 months. That's good. Talking early, but once he started eating table food. Look, check this out. And I wonder, my question is, did you get him vaccinated? I can't say that word. They're going to cut my video off. Did you get him inoculated, should I say? Did you get him the shots? It says, once he started eating table food. Look, she know what instinctively and intuitively this black goddess know what happened. It says, once he started eating table food, the issue started. Now they're trying to label him as autistic, which I will not accept because he's very smart. I'm sorry to tell you, Queen. Well, I'm not sorry to tell you this, but most of y'all autistic children are very smart. They're geniuses. They just don't know how to interact with their environment. So people that know how to interact with their environment, or people that are enslaved to their environment, look at it like it's taboo, or like they're autistic, or like they're stupid. But these are really your geniuses and really your gods. They just haven't figured out how to act with this damn matrix yet. It's foreign to them. It's ugly. They don't trust it. They hate it. They don't like it. They see the fakeness of it. They see the numbers that make up this fake holographic universe. So it makes them act kind of weird and different because they don't know how to analyze and interact with this fake shit. So of course the doctor, he's autistic because he don't know how to respond to his environment. I don't know how to respond to this thing either. That's why I'm glad it is crumbling to the ground. You see what I'm saying? So if he's autistic, he's a genius. He's a genius. Now, don't get it twisted. Certain inoculations and shots actually put the mercury and the barium and all these other different metals inside of the brain, which makes them forced to use their right brain more, and it makes them more smarter. That's where you get autism from. But believe it or not, autism is just when you're using one side of the brain more than the other and you don't know how to interact with your environment. All right. So the first thing is, do he need a D-vax kit? I would D-vax him because I'm pretty sure you got him inoculated and got the shots when he was little. The second thing is, you said when he started eating table food, you got to take the table away from him. We supposed to be eating on the floor anyway. So if you eating traditional table food, I know it's meats and things like that, things that he's not supposed to be eating. So it's time to D-vax him and it's time to detoxify him. This detoxification will happen with the D-vax kit. So that's what I will put him on. All right. It says, look, here it go. Here it go. It says, my question is, his eating habits are horrible, and he will literally only eat chicken. Chicken is a fake bird. Chicken was created from a gray winged fowl and a red winged fowl. Straight up. A chicken is fake. Chicken is unclean as hell. A chicken was only created, 1,000 years ago by hybriding. And then you see the ancient Sumerians hybrided these certain birds to create these chicken. A chicken is not even a real thing at all. A turkey is not even a real thing. A turkey come from a vulture, come from a straight vulture. So when you start looking at these, a chicken will eat you if you die. Chickens eat each other. I watch chickens eat other chicken heads, literally. So he eating chicken wings. Then they mass producing these chickens. They have to debeak them. The process and just the humiliation and the inhumane, diabolical mindset to even mass produce these chickens for your son can eat them is devilish in the first place. So he's eating all of those impressions. He's eating all of those spirits. He's eating all of that stress meat, and then the meat is fake anyway. And we ain't supposed to be eating. Chickens are very carcinogenic because they're not real. They were literally made by hibernation. So he's addicted to chicken nuggets. What is your suggestion on how to get him to eat fruit best? Diet. He eats fruit, loves grapefruit and grapes, but that's it. Hey, if I was you, act like chicken don't exist no more. Ain't no more chicken. Let him cry it out for a while. He'll get over it. If he get hungry, he will eat. And I'm not telling you to starve your food because I know the FBI watching that he's teaching starvation and malnutrition. No, I'm not. She simply and basically and fruitfully said he loves to eat grapefruit and grapes and other stuff like that. So keep him on that. And hey, chicken don't exist no more. You are the mother. It's time for you to grab the bull by the horns and take over your household, especially if you don't have a king to run a household, and start making it interesting for him. You know, make it a thing. Turn on TV where they're eating fruits. And that's why it behooves us to start coming up with our own cartoons that look like us and have health cartoons to make it interesting for our children. You know what I'm saying? Make it interesting for him. But an all fruit diet and a D-vax kit. And remember, for you need the geogenetic therapeutic package level 1. Get all tinctures and teas. And you need to go on an all fruit diet, high in melons, and mix your melons with your berries and your other fruits. I think that'll be very, very good for both of y'all. If y'all got any questions for this particular case, y'all can ask now. If y'all got any particular questions for this case, y'all can ask now. If not, then what time is it? It's 11 o'clock. I might end this and come back with some more. I'm gonna do one more question. Any questions so far, y'all can ask now. And I'm gonna do one more question. We're gonna get up out of here. It's 1,200 people in the building. Shalom, shalom to y'all. That's what's up. 1,200 people in the building, huh? What else we got? No mixing foods. No, never mix your meats. Never mix your meats with your fruit. Meat is not food to me, so you can't call a chicken meat to me. You know what I'm saying? You cannot. I don't even look at that type of stuff as a food. I look at the animal kingdom like brothers and sisters. So my brothers and sisters ain't my food. I would never eat my children or eat my wives or eat my brothers or eat my mother or eat another human being walking on the street. So I never eat an animal either. I look at them the same way. Even though they're in the animal kingdom and they have a lower consciousness in us, they still have consciousness. You see what I'm saying? The consciousness that we were created to eat is in your fruits and your vegetables. The electrical magnetic frequencies that we were made to eat is in your fruits and your vegetables. Y'all, I think I'm going to end it here, though. I got to pack and stuff, too. I'm leaving tomorrow. I think I'm going to end it here. I don't know what to buy. I'm just eating fruits. That's a good way to start. That's a very, very good way to start. Oh, I wanted to show y'all something too, family. I wanted to show y'all something too. Got some great healing testimonies. I'm going to have J God hook these up if I could put them on my YouTube and on my Instagram. But check these out.
John Richardson. I'm here to speak about Yaqui Awakenings 3 Bitters. Back in March 10th, I went to the doctor's visit, and I was having a problem with an enlarged prostate. I was taking medication for 8 years, and I told the doctor the medication isn't working anymore, and I wanted to try something new. He told me to get an MRI at the end of the month, and we'll come back and see if we can switch your meds. During that time, I started drinking gallons of water per day. For 4 straight days, I drank a gallon of water each day, and being that my prostate was enlarged and my bladder was filled up, I was unable to urinate. After that time, I fasted for a total of 60 hours, almost 72 hours, 3 days. I went from 190 pounds down to 177 pounds, and then my wife and I had ordered Yaqui Awakening 3 Bitters. It came just in the perfect time, because we took 48 ounces, bitter 1, bitter 2, and bitter 3, all 3 days in a row, and after that, I had no more problem waking up in the middle of the night having to go to the bathroom. I haven't been on any type of medication since going on 9 weeks now. I went to the doctor today, and Yaqui, you can post my recorded session with the doctor. He was amazed that I haven't been on any medication. He told me what was I taking. I told him 3 bitters. He wanted me to send him what's in it and what it's all about.
So Elder, that's one thing we shouldn't do. Don't send them the 3 bitters and don't send them my ingredients. Don't do that, because the government is already on me enough for healing cancer. So I just, don't send them that though. And like when we go into these doctors, y'all, and we healing y'all of all these different ailments. And first off, double honors and blessings to you, Elder, my brother. Don't mean to disrespect you at all. You're a beautiful elder with great wisdom, knowledge, and you feed me kind words all the time. But I don't think it's wise if we start telling the doctors the herbs that we are healing from, and I don't think it's wise that we tell him the ingredients and stuff like that. So let's keep that away from them, because we don't know what they gonna do with the information, Elder. So I said that in the most humblest respect way. I have nothing but respect and honor to you. You are older than me, and which means that your wisdom is very, very strengthened more than mine. But I think that'd be wise, just coming from a young brother. Let's not tell him about the 3 bitters, and please do not show him my website or none of that stuff, because they are trying their hardest to shut me down already.
And it's amazing that I haven't been able to have any problem waking up urinating. I have my prostate has shrunk. My PSA, we're going to run it in 6
You hear that? Prostate shrunk and all of that.
months and check the values.
All right, so that's one of them. Here go another one. To show you, we get healing testimonies all the time. Double honors to this elder. Double honors to this elder. He ain't waking up running to the bathroom because his prostate all jacked up no more. He and this a Hebrew, on an all fruit diet. Him and his wife, him and his lovely wife. You know what I'm saying? Back to Genesis 1:29, and they own the herbs, because the herbs is for the healings of the nation. So like people can talk about me all the time. People can say what they think about Yaqui, but one thing you can't knock about Yaqui is this Yahweh God-given gift that he gave me to heal his people. thousands of testimonies, everywhere from so-called cancer to HIV to sickle cell anemia, leukemia, herpes. All of these lying illusions that they call disease is reversible because it's not a disease at all in that type of sense. The body is not able to eliminate and flow properly because the lymphatic system is stagnated, because the kidneys and adrenals are not filtering and functioning properly. So once you learn the lymphatic system and the glymphatic system and biochemistry and how the biology of the body work, you can heal anything. See, that's one thing. So y'all can talk about me, but you can't talk about that. These are works. It's proof. It's hundreds of them online. Hundreds of, you can't knock this. All right, let's do another one. I'm gonna make sure Jay hook these deals up. Hook these deals up for y'all.
Shalom, Mr. Kapa. My name is Yashua Yah.
This is another elder, Yashua Yah. Beautiful, beautiful elder, beautiful man, a beautiful heart. Heart chakra is open. You know what I'm saying? Done learned a lot, reading, swallowing books, y'all. I mean, this man is learning the healing. I mean, shouts out to his beautiful, beautiful wife, the goddess. She makes all of my clothing, all of my garments and stuff that we're gonna be selling. She, you know what I'm saying? She got me out of all of that other Gucci. She got me up out of that. You know what I'm saying? All of my Hebrew garments, the ones y'all just seen me wear at the seminar, that's them. There's more healing testimonies, y'all. I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them that we ain't even posted yet.
I was asked to do a video for my young Yaki. And I'm not the type of person that, does videos. I'm from the old school. Keep your face out of pictures. Don't let them know who you are, and don't give them your government. But let me explain something to you, first of all. I've been knocking on death's door and cheated death so many times. But there came a point in my life where I was very, very, very sick. Got out the joint with prostate cancer. And at that point, I knew I was either going to die from it. I had basically given up on myself. But all praises to the Most High for the gift of my wife, who said, baby, you need to do this. And so she turned me on to the young brother Yaki Hickman. And as I started watching his videos and I started studying about Dr. Sebi and I started reading books, because once you're in the joint, you're going to read everything, because that's all you got to do is read.
Look at that Genesis 129 up in there.
So this journey of mine is much, much longer than a three bitter challenge. This is a life challenge, because a lot of OGs like me, we ain't got a lot of life left. We got way more days behind us than we do in front of us. But the days we got in,
we're going to let you live long. You change that diet like you doing to a living elder. You taking them 3 bitters and taking them herbs. You reading them books and expanding your conscience. You're going to have a long, grateful life.
One of us can be good days. We can live out a life of fulfillment in health and in freedom. Not only being free from those prison walls, but free from the prison walls of our minds.
That's right.
And I'm going to rabble on here, and I know I don't look pretty, and I know I don't do videos like the TikTok people, but I'm coming to you from my heart, and I just want to reach somebody like me, somebody that's almost 60, somebody that can live so many lives and have cheated death so many times. And the Father is still giving me one more opportunity.
And I feel this in my heart.
To be blessed.
I'm about shedding the tear.
My journey took me not only with the 3 bitters, but just in knowing this brother. And I want to show you some of the books that I read. This is Dr. Leila Africa, African Holistic Health. You can go online and download this for free. Another book of his is Melanin, What Makes Black People Black.
That's my favorite book.
If you don't read...
That's my favorite book, Melanin, What Makes Black People Black by Dr. Leila Africa. May that ancestor rest in peace, and may his reincarnation be peaceful and a smooth transition while he channeling through other bodies on this earth.
Something else in your life. Read this. Shalom.
That's not the whole video. My bad, y'all. But it's a whole video where he start talking. I'm gonna post it tomorrow, y'all. I'm gonna post it tomorrow. Man, beautiful, man. A lot of elders been speaking up and speaking out. You know, I thought for a minute I gave up on the elders, and then you run across the two elders that I just showed y'all, in the middle of the other elders that I'm gonna show y'all tomorrow, man. It's beautiful to see that it is some elders that haven't given up, that's grabbing the bull by the horns, that's getting off the meats, that's not letting religion, you know, be used as a Salem asylum, a prison to encapsulate their mind, and really is freeing themselves and walking strong in Genesis 1:29 on the fruits and vegetables, and literally having the individual minds to think for themselves and to take back their freedom, and just loving on them. Man, I mean, I can't even express, words can't describe the feeling of seeing who I'm gonna look like in a few years, my future reflections looking back at me. So, you know what I'm saying? It's, man, like, I can't, Baruch Hashem Yahweh. I can't even express how thankful I am of the Most High, just because I've been praying on this and doing affirmations on the elders for many years now, and I'm finally seeing them peeking their head out and hitting me up in the inbox, hitting me up in my DMs, you know, texting the 708 line, and just, you know, we see you, stay strong. Don't let your people are hard-headed, they knuckleheads. Don't let them deter you from your path. Stay on it. You heal me of prostate cancer. You heal me of thyroid cancer. You know, Baruch Hashem Yahweh, hallelujah Yahweh. By Hashem Mashiach Yahweh Shah. Come on through. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm starting to see a straight change in the elders, the men. I ain't had no OGs and no men left. You know what I'm saying? My OGs and the men that I learned from was in the streets. We were street niggas. But now I'm starting to see righteous men stand up and say, nah, something ain't right, Yaki. No, this diet ain't been right, Yaki. Like, straight standing up and fighting, not only for me, but fighting for their families, fighting for their lives, and fighting for themselves. And we talking about Hebrew Israelites. Some of the hardest men to get up out of this sunken place is standing up. Man, all praises. All praises. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my job is well done already. Straight up, man. So all praises, Baruch Hashem, for that. You know what I'm saying? Anio health. Yahweh, I love the creator for this. You know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful, beautiful moment. Another one, and I'm going to get up out of here after that. So y'all know, when we was in San Diego, me and Mama Makeda gave away probably like 1,000 packages of seeds. We got hundreds of thousands of heirloom seeds not touched by the government. We have created a seed program. My PR got a hold of it. It's going to be everywhere. And we see that they're already putting the seeds to use. We have over 20 people that hit me up on Instagram, just sent me pictures. I'm only going to show y'all one picture because we're making a little mini documentary of this, but show you this. Look, they are already planting the seeds that we gave them when they was in San Diego. So they're not wasting our seeds. They're using them. Food is scarce. Water is scarce right now. Baby formula is off the shelves. You can't go buy the things that you used to buy. Glass is hard to come by. Oil is hard to come by. Gas is hard to come by. Herbs is hard to come by. True herbs for healing. So we see people are taking these seeds and they are planting them. They're learning permaculture. They're learning agriculture. They're not just using the gift and using the stuff that Yahweh blessed me with to give to them. They're not just putting it in their dressers and they are planting. I got literally about 20 pictures just from the day of the seeds we gave away in California being put to use already, family. Another round of applause. Another round of applause. A conscious shift is coming. We are changing. We are rising up, family. All this hard work that we've been putting in is finally showing itself. It's finally showing itself. Like that, I've been in a dark tunnel for a whole year fighting against y'all asses, y'all. Y'all are tough people to teach. Y'all are very tough people to love. Y'all are tough people to, it's been a long, hard road. So that's why sometimes I cuss y'all out, because y'all take me through there. Y'all be taking me through the ringer. Y'all really do, man. Y'all be taking me through the ringer. And it be little spirits here and there that be like, don't give up on your people. Keep going. I know they trying to tear you down, but the love, you got to fight through it, Yaki. And I'm finally starting to see bits and pieces of fragmented light come through this dark tunnel. And it feels good, family. It feels good. Feels good. Yes, let me get that up off of there. I ain't gonna show nothing else. So with that being said, I'm finna get up out of here. I'll be back live at y'all Tuesday. Remember, we live each and every Tuesday night and Thursday night If I do miss one, I will make sure I make it up, but I don't think I'm going to miss one because I'm even scheduling my flights and stuff around these because I want to build up more content again because they're taking so much of it down. So I want to keep these coming like how Tupac was in the studio all the time. I'm trying to be in y'all faces all the time. That way, whenever I do transition and reincarnate, I got a lot of stuff that I can reflect and look back on. So catch me every Tuesday and every Thursday live on Facebook and on YouTube until my platform is ready at 9:30 p.m. Well, between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm thinking about going back live and posting, and I'm going to start posting a lot of intellectual posts back on my IG. Make sure y'all follow, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all share this information. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at Yaki Awaken. There's plenty of fakes out there. I think I got like 110,000 followers on IG. Follow me on that deal. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow me at Yaki Hickman on Facebook. With that being said, I love y'all. Love y'all indeed in the truth. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earth. Peace.